Hello, Little Nightmares 3 was fucking shit. It was. The game was bad. I've seen loads of reviews online of people kind of picking holes in it, but ultimately, I don't think people are being harsh enough. Now, you've got to understand something. I am a big Little Nightmares 3 fan, right? I played number 1 multiple times, and then number 2 come out, and it was one of the best games ever made, in my opinion. Then they went and fucking ruined it. It's 3 of the biggest reasons why Little Nightmares 3 flopped as bad as it did. Number 1! Little Nightmares 3 feels like somebody got Little Nightmares 1 and Little Nightmares 2, put it into an AI and said, recreate this game for me, and we got Little Nightmares 3. The game itself, if you put it in front of me, right, if you put that game in front of me, and I'd never played Little Nightmares before, and you said this was Little Nightmares, I could see it becoming a game, right? I could see it being the good entry into what could be one of the greatest games ever made. But it isn't. This game is lacking this creepiness, the scariness. Number 1, we all remember playing number 1, right? And I've played it multiple times, and it is probably one of the best games, my favourite game to this day, where it had a good combination of creepiness, that eeriness of feeling alone. You're this little incy-wincy tiny little being in this world full of huge monsters that ultimately want to kill you, and that's what it feels like. They want to kill you, they want to eat you, they want to do horrible things to you. Then number 2 comes along and it takes it in this similar but ultimately new direction that once again manages to capture that great effect that number 1 had, where again you're in this world, there's these big things after you, they want to kill you, they want to get you, but you start to understand more, storyline. I played Little Nightmares 1 and 2 so many times, and even now I could go back and play it and I would have a great time. I'd rather shag my nan than play Little Nightmares 3 again. The game's just bad, man. But here's reason number 2 why the game just isn't good. I played this game, I shit you not, I played through this entire game, right? I was playing it and I'm going to myself, I'm saying to myself, we're getting it, it's going to happen, it's going to get, wait till it kicks off. And then it got to a point in the game, I'm not lying, I shit you not, right at the end where, spoiler alert, you go through the mirror and I'm like, this is it, now we're going to kick off, now we're getting back into Little Nightmares universe, and the fucking credits rolled. I've paid more for this game than I have the Little Nightmares games in the past, and I got half a game, because that's what it is, it's half a fucking game. I got half a game out of it, and it never really quite got to that point where things started kicking off. You started getting that eeriness, you started getting that scariness. I remember playing the demo, and this bit really annoyed me, because I know they knew what they were doing here. I fucking know it. I know they knew what they were doing here, because you play the demo, and even played the demo of Little Nightmares, you go through the sand desert, it's not really got that Little Nightmares feel to it at this point, but right at the end of the demo, you wake up. You wake up in what feels like a familiar Little Nightmares universe. I played the demo, and once that happened, I'm rubbing my hands together thinking, oh, here we go, back to Little Nightmares. Played the actual game. I then played the actual game once it come out, and it turns out that you essentially wake up, you saw that cutscene, and then you just end up back in the desert place. You fucking wank. Now, number 3 to the reason, and it is an actual reason as to why the game is so bad. It was developed by different studios. The studios that were in charge of Little Nightmares in the first place have since moved on to different projects, so another studio had taken over the Little Nightmares project, but it's turned into, this is how I feel about it, it's turned into a pump and dump. They want to get as much money out of it. They had the podcast. You guys that don't know, there is a Little Nightmares podcast, and for what it's worth, it's really good. It's called The Sounds of Nightmares. You can get it on different platforms. I've listened to it multiple times, and the good thing about listening to that, because a lot of people commented saying that if you haven't listened to it, you're at an unfair advantage of playing the Little Nightmares 3 game, going through it and not understanding a few things. Well, I have listened to it, and I went through the game, and there were a few bits that I recognised, I was excited for, the circus being one of them, and I was excited to see what depth we were going to get from the podcast. To be completely honest with you, when it happened, I was like, here we go, now we're gonna meet Rusty, we're gonna go through this great experience. No, you're essentially in a circus, and 10 minutes later you're not in a circus. It moves so quick through the game, it's just not good. And I've seen loads of people giving here's why I think it's not very good, but at the same time I understand, because No, I'm sorry. For me, I am going to be blunt with it. The game's shit. I'm not in a rush to play it again. I don't want to play it again. I will play Little Nightmares 1 and 2, but as far as I'm concerned, Little Nightmares 3 doesn't exist. It's disappointing. For me, it's disappointing because what has started off as such a great franchise, it seems like it's been handed over to another company and they're warzoning it. They're giving it they know it was a great thing, and now they're trying to get as much money out of it, and we're watching something great die. Good thing is the company that was in charge of the original Little Nightmares 1 and Little Nightmares 2 have gone on to make another game which looks absolutely incredible. But I always felt like there was a few things with Little Nightmares 3 that a lot of people just couldn't put their fingers on as to why they hated it, as to why it wasn't good. The blunt reality of it is, it's a shit game. We can all just say that. It's a shit game. They didn't do very good. It's a ChatGPT Little Nightmares attempt at a game that's designed to get you to spend the money, and at the end of it, we're left with an awful game. Now, you might be thinking I've just been very harsh, very critical of the game, but much like other people out there, you've got to understand, I've been waiting for this game for ages. I was so excited for it to come out. I was counting down the days, and when it came out, it was like everyone else. We were so excited to play it. Listen to the podcast. I played number 1, I played number 2. I went through them a few times in the coming months to play it because the games are so good. They've got such good replay value to the game. And you've got to understand, when number 3 come out and you play it, and I think I completed it within 2 evenings. I played it over 2 evenings, right? And it was upsetting. It upset me. The truth is, it upset me. And then you start analysing. You go, why did that game upset me? You start picking holes into this game, this franchise that you love, to figure out what the fuck they've done to your favourite game. And ultimately you do. You start looking through and you start going, right, that's why I didn't like it. And you start to analyse this from the developer's point of view. Again, it's not the guys that made Little Nightmares 1 and Little Nightmares 2, but you start to analyse it and go, I can see what's gone on here. This has very much been we don't know what we're doing. We're not going to be able to create Little Nightmares 2 that people want, but we know there's a franchise there. We know that people are going to absolutely, essentially gobble it up. And it feels like they took advantage of that. It really does. It feels like they took advantage of people's love for Little Nightmares. I'm still hoping that, for whatever reason, maybe the studio can come back. Again, they are making their own. They are now making their own Little Nightmares, which looks really good. It does look good. I'm looking forward to playing that. But ultimately, it's almost like this franchise was created from scratch, and it's turned out to be something really good. That's someone's come in and tried to destroy something that a lot of us love. That's just how I felt. Listen, this video isn't scripted. I haven't wrote down loads of bullet points. It was just bugging me for ages and ages, and I thought, do you know what? Let's stick the camera on. Let me voice what I think's wrong with Little Nightmares and see if you guys agree. I'd like to know what you guys think. Put it down in the comments. We can get something going, and hopefully don't fuck it up any further. Hello. 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 Hello.